Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli, and thank you for joining my channel. If you are new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to my Patreons and those who order their Tesla using my link. And we are, me and my driver, the Electric Israeli, are somewhere in Maine, driving around, having great time in our Tesla Model 3. And there's so much talk about Tesla stock ever since Tesla became initiated their IPO, and especially lately of the short sellers and the long buyers and the analysts and the so-called analysts, self-declared analysts, haters who are pretending to be analysts and all that. Some go to Tesla stock going to $10, some go like ARK Investment go to $4,000, and everybody in between. One of them is a very interesting Frenchman, really interesting guy. His name is Pierre Ferragu. He's really great, and I'm going to show you a clip of his interview on CNBC and how he justified his prediction of Tesla stock going to $530. He talks about few components, but then I have at the end, I want to tell you what I think that there are two more important components that are coming up. I'll tell you at the end. But he talks about Tesla increasing their deliveries in Q3 and Q4 by 10,000 each, meaning going to 105,000 deliveries in each quarter, thus reaching probably 350 to maybe 400,000 vehicles this year in 2019. Also, the importance of the Shanghai factory and quickly getting it online to produce for the Chinese market, which is the biggest EV market in the world. He points out the continuation of the demand for Tesla cars. He stresses the importance of Tesla becoming profitable, so it doesn't need to do any capital raise. He talks about Tesla as a disruptor, and when he was challenged by the other panelists who say, why is Tesla getting 75 times valuation? And he said it's because it's a disruptor. And the idea, and he points out the idea is that Tesla he sold 50,000 Model 3s this year, which is they are outsold all the other luxury cars. I mean, the other luxury cars sold 60,000, and they are almost outselling all of them. It's incredible. In some periods during this year and last year, they actually did outsell all those luxury cars. He also talks about the importance of Tesla continuing in their mission of not only becoming just a car company that everybody sells cars, but becoming this unique disruptor in the EV market. Let's watch what he says, and then I'll give you my take, because I have a couple more things that he didn't mention, which I think are very important to Tesla reaching that incredibly insane valuation that they have now. Watch and then
question. If you look at the second quarter, Tesla delivered 95,000 cars, but they had more orders. So demand doesn't seem to be the problem. The real issue is Tesla going to be able to increase deliveries by about 10,000 each quarter in Q3 and Q4 in order to get to the low end of their guide? And my view is that the most important factor is the Shanghai factory. If Tesla can start producing cars in Shanghai by the end of the year, the guide is going to be very easy to meet. If the Shanghai factory starts delivering cars only in the first months of 2020, that will be still possible, but more challenging to achieve.
What data points would you like to see from the past quarter that would give you more confidence for the future quarters that's not been disclosed?
So I think on the demand side, we don't need more than we have. All data points we can see are actually excellent. On the profitability side, of course, we need to make sure that the company is on track and can continue to progress without burning cash and being free cash flow positive. That's, I think, what you really need to see about that quarter.
Is there another capital raise in the second half of this year?
No, definitely not. The odds for that, if we don't enter into like a recession scenario or something like that, are very low to me.
Josh, would you be buying Tesla?
No.
Not going to change your mind?
No.
This
is in my too hard pile. I wouldn't bet against it. This is a stock that rallies on bad news. It's like one of the most frustrating names in the world to be bearish about. But as far as being an investor, even if all of the pieces fall into place, and I'd love to hear your take on this, even if all of the pieces fall into place and they do get to profitability, arguably, it's already valued as though they've done it. So what is the catalyst from this price, even if they get there? Is this just going to be an automaker that trades at 75 times earnings into perpetuity?
Let me actually give you like a couple of key facts to understand that. Because the answer in one word is disruption. If Tesla is a disruption, a real disruption, then it's worth way more than it's trading at today. If it's just a car manufacturer, I agree with you. Okay. So why is Tesla a disruption? Tesla delivered in the second quarter, 50,000 cars in the US. All premium brands, all together in the US, delivered 60,000 mid-size premium sedan. So Tesla is almost as much as the rest of the market. And the rest of the market benefits from...
an enterprise value of almost $50 billion. The market is already giving it credit for disruption.
No, not enough credit.
How much should they get?
$530 in 1 year from now.
All right, so I do agree with everything you say, but here's what I want to add. For example, Ford, the Ford company, which trades a little bit above $10 a share, sells around a little short than 1 million Ford F-150s a year. That doesn't make their stock go to $4,000. They are in the United States. The cars sell between 16.5 to 17.2 million cars a year. Now, when electric cars become the norm and the domination, even if Tesla gets 10% of that, which will translate to 1.5 to 2 million cars a year, that will be an unbelievable achievement. Now, some people predict 50% because their technology, their full self-driving capability, their autonomous, their autopilot, their their monthly software upgrade, their infrastructure, the superchargers and all that, put them heads and shoulders above everybody else. And if you want to see the most telling chart, here it is. Look what they did since 2012 to now. In 2012, when they just started, they sold 2,650 cars. Fast forward 3 years, 50,580. 3 years later, 2018, 245,519. And now in 2019, they already sold about 150,000. And if they will increase by 20,000 more than what they did in Q2, they can reach 350,000, maybe even if you stretch it to 400,000 next year. And that's how you justify the 75 times of valuation. But that's not only that. And my last point is the Tesla Model Y, which was introduced already, and the Tesla truck, which will be introduced. Because think about it, 3/4 of American cars are SUVs and trucks. 3/4, 75%. Can you imagine what is the market? What can they tap to with the Tesla truck and the small Model Y, the compact SUV? Can you comprehend what, if they can only produce and deliver the demand that they will have, it will be incredible. Not only that, and that's why they are so way ahead of everybody else, their battery technology, which now reached a point of $190 for watt hour. Okay, it used to be $1,000 10 years ago. Once they get the price down to $150 for watt hour, that's now equivalent to producing a gas car. In 2023, the prediction is $50 for watt hour. It would make no sense producing a gasoline car. And they are coming right in with all their product. Now they have 3. They're going by the end of next year, they'll have 5, and they will be right there with almost all by themselves, where everybody else, like Ford, like the German companies, VW and Mercedes and BMW and all of them, they're just starting. I think it's all a delusion. They're just starting to talk about investment, but we don't see any products and any results. And that's why I think they can reach those great numbers. Now, don't take my advice, and you can take his advice if you want. I'm not a stock analyst. I just like to give my opinion about this. Let me know what's yours. Thank you for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video.